Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. Let us discuss about the history, rules and regulations of one of the major games which is familiar and played all over the world. So before entering to the topic, we will understand the difference between the major game and a minor game. Minor games are played without any set of rules and regulations, and it is being played for the fun and the recreation purpose. But the major game is being played with set of rules and regulations which should be followed throughout the game. So today we will enter to the real topic, that is a major game called volleyball. William G. Morgan was the person who has invented the volleyball in the year 1895. He was the physical director in YMCA. So in the year 1895, William G. Morgan is the person who has invented it. In the beginning stages, he named the game as Mintonet. And later, in the year 1897, it was changed into volleyball. Name was changed as volleyball. In the year going further, in 1916, the rules and regulations was printed and published by William G. Morgan. In the year 1960, rules was published. And in the year 1947, FIVB was formed. And in the year 1964, it was introduced in Olympics. I hope you are clear with the history of volleyball. Now we will move on to the rules and regulations of volleyball. Today we are going to see 5 subheadings in the rules and regulations of volleyball. They are the court, the net and the pole, antenna, team and equipment. The first subheading in the volleyball, the rules and regulation, comes the court. The court is in rectangular in shape. When I say rectangular, the opposite sides are equal. The court measures 18 into 9 meters. So the length of the court is 18 meters and the width of the court is 9 meters. And it is been divided by a line which is called as center line. It divides the court into 2 equal halves. When we make it as a 2 equal halves, one side it comes 9 into 9 meters. Moving further, we have one more parallel line which is being drawn to the center line away 3 meters. That we call it as attack line, and also we call it as imaginary line. So that part is called as friend zone. The remaining part, that is from the attack line to the service line, we call it as a back zone, which measures 6 meters as I mentioned in the board. So each and every line has its own specific name. Likewise, the middle line, this line which is going to divide the court is called as center line. The parallel line which is drawn 3 meters away from the center line is called as attack line. And the players where they are going to put the serve, we call it as a service line. And the total 18 meters, the line is called as the side line. In volleyball, we also have free zone. The free zone measurement is from the sideline, we take 3 to 5 meters and we call it as a free zone. And in the behind, that is from the service line to the back free zone line, it measures 5 to 18 meters. Why the meters in the service zone is given more rather than giving in the side? Because the players, those who come for service, can go for jump service. So the measurement here for the service line, the free zone is given more. We can lay the ground both indoor as well as outdoor. When it comes to the outdoor, no need to worry about the roof. But when we are going to plan and lay an indoor court, you have to take much conscious on the roof's measurement. The measurement of the roof from the ground, it should be 12.5 meters. So it should be 12.5 meters from the ground. So this is all the measurement, the specifications about a volleyball court. The next subtopic in the rules and regulations of volleyball is net and pole. So we will see what is the measurement of the pole and how far it is being placed from the sideline of a volleyball court. The height of the pole in the volleyball is 2.55 meters. It is from the ground level to the top. It measures 2.55 meters. The pole is placed away from the sideline of the volleyball court. The measurement is 0.50 to 1 meter away from the sideline it is being placed. And one thing should be taken care, that the pole which is being placed vertically should not have any cable which is going to support it. So that is the one thing which should be taken care. And next, moving on to the net. A net is being tied to both the poles, where it is going to divide the court into 2 equal halves vertically above the center of the volleyball court. It is placed vertically above the center of the volleyball court. The length of the net is 9.50 to 10 meters and the width of the net is 1 meter. It is a mesh where you can see the inside box, that is 10 into 10 centimeters square, which is being placed. That is why it is called a mesh. And in all the corners of the net, a canvas is being placed. We call that as the top band, the bottom band, and the side bands. So the top band measurement. The top band measures 7 centimeter in width and it runs along the net. So the width, the length of the top band is 9.50 to 10 meters. 9.50 to 10 meters in length. Next, we will move on to the bottom band, that is the canvas which runs along the net. So, the width of the bottom band is 5 centimeters. It is 5 centimeters and the length is 9.50 to 10 meters. This is width and this is length. So we will moving on to the side bands. So we have 2 sides, so we call it as a side bands. So the length of the side band is 1 meter. So the length of side band and is 1 meter, and the width of the side band is 5 centimeter. The width of side band and is 5 centimeter. To make it easy for you, the top band length is 9.50 to 10 meters and the width of the top band is 7 centimeters. Moving on to the bottom band, the width of the bottom band is 5 centimeter and the length of the bottom band is 9.50 to 10 meters. Moving to side bands, the width of the side band is 5 centimeter and the length of the side band is 1 meter. This is a canvas which is going to protect the outer layer of the net, and it is being folded and stitched so that a cable or a thread which can be fastened inside that and can be tied to both the sides of the pole. So once it is being tied, you can have the tens in the net. The height of the net for the men and the women in the volleyball game varies. The height of the net for men, it is 2.43 meters, which is being measured in the center from the ground. So it is being measured from the center to the top of the net. So it should measure 2.43 meters. For women, it is 2.24 meters. It is the same formula is being used, how it is being used for the men. The measurement is being done in the center. As per in the international law, it says that 2 centimeters can vary in the extreme ends of the net in both the cases, in the men as well as women. Not more than 2 centimeters variation should happen here in the extreme end of the net. So once again, to make it very clear, the height for the men in the volleyball is 2.43 meters and for the women is 2.24 meters. The next topic is antenna. You can see the antenna is placed on both the sides of the net. It is going to limit the crossing space of the ball. The measurement of the antenna is 1.80 meters in length and the thickness is 10 mm in the diameter, and it is a flexible rod, or it can also be in a similar material, where the antenna is being fastened inside the net, where 1 meter is being placed in the net and other 80 centimeter which is being projected outside the net with 2 different contrasting color, preferably white and red. So here I would like to show you an antenna, a flexible rod which is being placed in the net to limit the crossing space. So the length of the antenna, as I said earlier, it is 1.80 meters, and the thickness, so this is called the thickness, it is around 10 mm. The thickness of this antenna is 10 mm in diameter. So you can see it is being divided in different colors, that is the white, red, again in each 10 centimeter the colors varies. So this 1 meter, that is in 1.80 meters, this 1 meter it completely immersed inside the net, and the remaining 80 centimeter which is going to project outside to limit the space of the ball which is going to cross to each court. To make it very clear, it is being painted in 2 different colors, preferably red and white, with the measurement of 10 centimeter each. I hope you are clear with the court, net, pole and antenna. Now we will move on to the next subtopic in one of the major game, volleyball, is team. So when we discuss about this, we have to understand the team composition. in a whole we are going to discuss. So in a team we will be having total 16 members. So we have total 16 members in a team where it is been divided into 3 categories. That is, one is 6 members as called as main players. The next 6 members are called as substitution players. We will be having one doctor. We will be having one coach. We will be having one assistant coach. And we will be having one trainer. So this is in a whole a team composition in the volleyball. We have total 12 players. In that 6 will be the main players, or even we can call them as court players. And the next 6 comes, we call them as a substitution players. And we have other 4 members who are completely going to support the entire team. They are a doctor, a trainer, a coach and an assistant coach. Next, we will move on to the equipments. When we discuss about the equipments in volleyball, again it is being divided into 2. The players' equipment and the equipments for conducting a match. So when we discuss about the players' equipment, we should have a jersey, we should have a shorts, a shoe and stockings. And when it comes to the equipments for conducting the match, we should have net, pole and the ball. So we will be discussing separately about the pressure, circumference, weight of the ball in the next class. So before going to the next class, we will discuss how the jersey should be and what are the numbers should be printed on that. When we take a jersey, for each and every player's numbers has been given. The numbers are from 1 to 18. In volleyball, the numbers are given. The numbers from 1 to 18. So also we have specification of the measurement of the numbers. That is in the chest. So for example, if I take 1 as a number, in the chest, the measurement of the number should be 15 centimeter in the height. So it should have 15 centimeter in the height, and the width of the number should be 2 centimeter. That is, the number should be printed on the jersey in the front should have this dimension. That is, in a height it is 15 centimeter and in the width it is 2 centimeter. And next, the number is also printed on the back of the jersey of a player. So the measurement varies for that. That is, in the back the measurement of the number will be 20 centimeter and the width of the number remains the same. So in the back also the width of the number, it remains the same to 2 centimeter. Then the number should also be printed in the player's shorts. So the measurement varies again. The length of the number which is being printed in the shorts should be 7 centimeter. It should be of 7 centimeter, but the width of the number which is being printed in the short remains the same. To make it very clear, each and every player will be allotted with one number. So you can give from 1 to 18. So in the front, that is in the chest, the measurement of the number should be 15 centimeter in the length and 2 centimeter in the width. In the back, it should be 20 centimeter in the length and 2 centimeter in the width. And in the shorts, it should be 7 centimeter in the length and 2 centimeter in the width. This is the specification which numbers should be had when it is being printed in the jersey as well as in the shorts. We will see the next equipment which is being used by the player, that is shoe. Shoe should be flexible, leather material, but one thing is that there should not be any heel in the shoe. Then the stockings, which is compulsory, and here in all these cases, there should be a uniformity which should be followed by the entire team except libero. So I will explain why the libero is in a different color than the other team members in detail. But these are the things which should be taken care when you are going to follow the player's equipment when you are going to play volleyball. And it is completely for the organizers, that is the equipments for conducting the match. So there should be net with a proper measurement, as I said earlier, that is 9.50 to 10 meters and in 1 meter in width with all the specifications. And moving on to the pole, the height of the pole is 2.55 meters and there should not be any support for that pole to stand vertically, and the pole should be placed from the touch line 0.50 to 1 meters away. So now we will be discussing about the ball. See, ball is spherical in shape, which is made up of synthetic and a bladder inside. So the circumference of the ball, when I say the circumference of the ball, should be 65 to 67 centimeter. This is the specification which is being given by FIVB, which should be followed by us. And the weight of the ball should be 260 to 280 grams. The weight of the ball should be 260 to 280 grams. And the pressure of the ball should be 0.30 to 0.325 kg per centimeter cube. These are all the specifications which should be followed when it is being used in all the international matches. Minimum for a match there should be 3 official ball which is being approved by FIVB. So in today's class we discuss about the history of volleyball, the rules and regulations. In that we have discussed the court, net, pole, antenna, equipments. When it comes to the equipments, again we have equipments of the players and equipments to conduct the match, and at the last we discuss about the ball. In the next class we will be discussing about few more rules and regulations which is being followed in the volleyball. Thank you.